The final, catastrophic hammer has just dropped on hip-hop royalty, and Rick Ross's entire multi-million-dollar music empire is officially burning to the ground in real time. For over 2 decades, William Leonard Roberts II, the self-proclaimed biggest boss, has paraded across the globe, flexing golden Maybachs, 100-room mansions, and an untouchable mogul persona. But the real, audited numbers are finally in, and the illusion has been violently shattered. Ross's long-awaited, highly anticipated 12th studio album, Set in Stone, didn't just underperform. It suffered the most humiliating, soul-crushing commercial collapse in music history, debuting at a rock-bottom number 39 on the Billboard charts with a pathetic, career-ending 19,000 units sold, despite boasting over 20 A-list feature artists. Within seconds of the numbers going public, 50 Cent launched a scorched earth, merciless public execution that is tearing Ross's legacy to shreds online. 50 didn't just laugh, he posted, "LOL, he got away with it for a while, but it's over now. 20 features under 10,000 pure sales. Damn boy, it's over. Go sell chicken wings and promote car shows." Panic has completely paralyzed Ross's inner circle as emergency legal meetings erupt. But stay with me until the absolute end of this video, because the secret, leaked label emails, emergency venue cancellations, and 50's latest nuclear retaliatory move prove that the biggest boss era is dead, buried, and gone forever. To fully comprehend the sheer, terrifying weight of this historical downfall, you have to understand that this isn't merely a bad week at the box office or a minor slip in streaming numbers. This is the absolute, bloody climax of a 15-year war between two of the most ruthless, unstoppable titan egos in modern entertainment history, Curtis, 50 Cent, Jackson, and William Rick Ross Roberts. The seeds of this toxic, destructive blood feud were planted all the way back in 2008 at the BET Hip Hop Awards. A single, dismissive, cold-hearted sideways glance in a crowded backstage hallway sparked a dark, vengeful firestorm that would consume both men's careers and lives for the next 2 decades. At the time, 50 Cent sat on an untouchable, godlike throne of global rap dominance. G-Unit was a multi-platinum, bulletproof juggernaut. Get rich or die tryin' had rewritten the rules of the music industry, and 50's reputation for cold, calculated street authenticity was absolute. Rick Ross, meanwhile, was the rising prince of Miami, riding the explosive wave of his breakout anthem, Hustlin', and meticulously building a larger-than-life, mythological persona as an untouchable drug kingpin turned record executive. When Ross felt slighted by 50's demeanor, he immediately went into the studio and recorded mafia music, firing direct, deeply personal shots at 50's family and personal life. It was a fatal mistake. 50 Cent didn't just retaliate with a standard diss track. He deployed a military-grade, psychological campaign of total character assassination. Within weeks, 50 uncovered official, stamped state government employment records exposing the ultimate secret. Before the Maybach Music Group, before the dark sunglasses, and before the Kingpin lyrics, William Roberts was a licensed, uniform-wearing correctional officer in the state of Florida. The Officer Ricky campaign was unleashed upon the world. 50 posted photo evidence, conducted relentless radio interviews, and held up a massive mirror to the culture, declaring that Rick Ross's entire existence was nothing more than an elaborate, high-budget theatrical performance. Yet, against every expectation in the industry, Rick Ross survived the initial fallout. He survived by wrapping himself in an impenetrable, blinding armor of extreme, undeniable, visible luxury. He doubled down on his image. He founded Maybach Music Group, signed global hitmakers like Meek Mill and Whale, bought dozens of Wingstop fast food franchises, acquired a massive 235-acre Georgia compound named The Promised Land, and released hit record after hit record. Every single time 50 Cent clowned him online, Ross would step out onto his massive marble balcony, light a $1,000 cigar, gesture toward his fleet of 50 vintage luxury cars, and ask the world, how can a fake boss generate real millions? For 15 years, Ross used that extreme wealth as his ultimate psychological shield. He appeared on financial shows, lecturing young entrepreneurs about assets over liabilities. He went on national podcasts claiming he was a true billionaire, repeatedly mocking 50 Cent's past corporate bankruptcy filing and claiming 50 lived in a rented two-bedroom apartment while he sat atop a $100 million kingdom. The culture largely accepted it. Rick Ross was viewed as a certified hitmaker whose brand was simply too big, too wealthy, and too powerful to ever fail. That untouchable, godlike reputation made the release of his 12th studio album, Set in Stone, an event of apocalyptic importance for his brand. For over 2 long years, Ross hyped this album as his absolute magnum opus. He spent millions of dollars clearing sample rights, recruited over 20 of the biggest guest stars in global music history, conducted non-stop international press runs, and guaranteed the world that Set in Stone would prove once and for all that he was the supreme, undisputed king of rap royalty. He wasn't just dropping an album. He was attempting to prove that his biggest boss persona still held ultimate cultural power in an era dominated by streaming giants and younger, sharper artists. What Ross failed to realize was that 50 Cent was waiting silently in the shadows the entire time. Curtis Jackson was tracking every single release, monitoring every playlist placement, analyzing every streaming metric, and preparing to strike the second the facade cracked. 50 wasn't looking to engage in a petty internet debate. He was waiting for the definitive, indisputable mathematical proof that would destroy the biggest boss myth permanently. And when the official, audited industry records finally dropped, the numbers delivered an execution order far more brutal than 50 Cent could have ever dreamed. The disaster officially exploded at precisely 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time when Billboard and Luminate published the official, audited first-week sales figures for Set in Stone. Initial industry projections had already predicted a modest, worrying 26,000 units, a steep, alarming decline for an artist of Ross's historical stature. But when the final, verified figures were processed through the system, the actual number was a terrifying, soul-crushing 19,000 equivalent album units, causing the album to crash-landed at a dismal number 39 on the Billboard 200 chart. In a modern music industry where major A-list rap releases routinely move 100,000 to 300,000 units in their debut week, a number 39 debut for a legacy artist with 20 superstar features represents a total, unmitigated commercial death. When financial analysts broke down the pure physical sales, the numbers were even more horrifying. Pure album purchases were confirmed to be well under 8,500 copies nationwide. Within seconds of the chart publication, 50 Cent weaponized his massive social media presence to launch an unrelenting blitzkrieg of public humiliation. 50 reposted a video of Ross relaxing in a luxury swimming pool and captioned it with pure, unfiltered malice. LOL, he got away with it for a while, but it's over now, jig is up. 20 features under 10,000 pure sales. Damn boy, it's over. 50 didn't stop there. Hours later, he uploaded a picture of himself sitting back in a leather armchair eating popcorn, adding a caption that cut directly to the bone of Ross's entire business model. So when your tickets don't sell and your album don't sell, what do? Promote car shows and sell chicken wings. LOL. In a third, devastating post that racked up over 500,000 likes in under an hour, 50 delivered the knockout blow, writing, "Yo, he had 20 features and it didn't help. Alright now, pack it up. It's over, officer. Get your bum juice and your wings, and get the F up out of here." Asterisk. The internet exploded into absolute, uncontrollable anarchy. Within minutes, the hashtags #SetInStoneFlop, #19cross, and #It'sOverOfficer surged to the absolute top of worldwide trending lists. The emotional fallout inside Ross's camp was instant, chaotic panic. Leaked internal group chats from Maybach Music Group executives and label distributors leaked onto Telegram and X, showing frantic messages sent at 2 a.m. One top executive frantically wrote, "The algorithms are dropping the singles from major playlists. Sponsors are asking why the conversion rate is under 1%. We need a statement now." Ross, realizing his entire life's work and legacy were burning to ashes in front of millions of people, posted a series of furious, highly aggressive, defensive videos directly from his estate. Looking visibly shaken, red-faced, and sweating behind his dark sunglasses, Ross lashed out, refusing to accept the official Billboard sales figures and offering a bizarre, desperate excuse that left cultural commentators utterly speechless. Real hip-hop lovers should never get caught up in the propaganda and fake bot numbers. Ross screamed into his phone camera, his voice cracking with rage. Go to the product.
Test it.
How amazing is the music? Who cares? Long as they're spending money. Rosie putting the dope music out. That's who fights my battles, not the bots. He doubled down, bizarrely claiming that his 19,000 debut was actually a pure win because he refused to use illegal streaming bots like younger artists, calling no bots the new flex of a real billionaire. The public mockery was immediate, but then came the first catastrophic twist that turned this public embarrassment into an all-out, scorched earth war. Realizing that his bot defense was being laughed off the internet by every major blog and commentator, Ross attempted a nuclear deflection. He decided to go directly after 50 Cent's personal finances, corporate partnerships, and high-profile business deals in Shreveport, Louisiana. Ross posted a video sneering maliciously into the lens. How's it going over there in Shreveport, Curtis? You borrowed all them people's money. Did you give the money back? Give them people back they money. Ross went even further, taking direct, personal shots at G-Unit's financial legacy by snickering. Do the long game, baby. Those G-Unit sneakers gone be at Costco. Hey, 50, give Lloyd Banks his own high-top sneaker. Since Shreveport ain't happening no more, you can focus on sneakers. Ross genuinely believed this aggressive deflection would rattle 50 Cent and shift the spotlight away from his 19,000 album sales.
He was dead wrong.
By bringing up 50's Shreveport film studio deals and past G-Unit business partners, Ross poked a sleeping, vengeful monster, and 50's retaliatory response was about to escalate this crisis into a nightmare far worse than Ross could have ever anticipated. If Rick Ross believed that attacking 50's Shreveport business ventures would draw public attention away from his catastrophic 19,000 album sales, he fundamentally miscalculated the terrifying intelligence of his rival. 50 Cent didn't get defensive. He weaponized Ross's deflection to expose an even deeper, far more embarrassing secret regarding Ross's live touring career. At 2:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, while the digital world was still reeling from the back-and-forth insults, 50 Cent dropped a video that sent seismic shockwaves through the entire live entertainment industry. 50 reposted verified, unedited footage taken by a concert-goer inside a major multi-thousand-seat arena during Ross's recent Port of Miami 20th anniversary tour stop in Detroit. The video vividly showed the venue doors wide open just 15 minutes before showtime, with the entire upper balcony section completely pitch black and 100% empty, showing hundreds of rows of vacant, untouched seats. 50 captioned the video with cold, terrifying precision. God damn, I never saw it this bad. Balcony empty, floor half empty, albums sold 19K. Bro, you are not a boss, you are a ghost town. Who is buying these tickets? The release of the empty venue footage completely demolished Ross's argument that he was operating a real hip-hop, long-game business. Major media personalities immediately jumped on the story. On Hot 97's morning broadcast, co-hosts brutally dissected Ross's hypocrisy, pointing out that Ross had recently called Drake washed following his recent music releases, despite Drake's projects spending consecutive weeks at #1 while Ross couldn't even break the top 30. Come on man, stop. The hosts laugh live on air. Let's all leave little mans alone now. He dropped 3 mid-projects in a row. You thought Drake was washed, bro? You could have desperately used a Drake feature on this album, pal. As media platforms tore the album to pieces, a second, far more shocking reveal dropped from deep within the concert promotion industry. Leaked internal documents from regional venue promoters surfaced online, alleging that several upcoming performance dates on Ross's anniversary tour were quietly undergoing emergency venue downsizing, being forcibly moved from multi-thousand-seat amphitheaters down to small, 800-capacity local nightclubs just to avoid performing in front of massive, empty rooms on camera. When questioned about the sudden venue changes by journalists, Ross's corporate PR team issued a rush statement claiming it was a strategic pivot to create an intimate, ultra-exclusive VIP experience for core fans. 50 Cent instantly exposed the cover-up, posting a screenshot from a major ticket marketplace showing ticket prices for Ross's upcoming shows slashed down to rock bottom, clearance rack rates. 50 wrote, "VIP experience? You can't give the tickets away with a free order of lemon pepper wings. It's over, Ricky. The numbers don't lie, the bots aren't real, and the people ain't showing up." The humiliation was no longer contained to social media memes. It was actively destroying Ross's real-world revenue streams. Promoters were terrified of losing hundreds of thousands of dollars. Major record label distributors were going radio silent, and Ross's biggest boss persona was taking catastrophic, career-ending hits from every conceivable angle. By the weekend, the global entertainment landscape had completely fractured into a chaotic war zone over Ross's commercial collapse. The debate was no longer simply about whether the music on Set in Stone was good or bad. It was about whether a legendary hip-hop artist can ever recover when their entire brand identity is mathematically proven to be a commercial lie. Comment sections across X, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok were overwhelmed with millions of posts as fans, critics, and industry insiders picked apart the carnage. At hiphopmetrics_official, 19,000 units with over 20 superstar features is an absolute, unprecedented catastrophe for a legacy artist. You cannot call yourself the biggest boss when independent artists with zero label backing are doing triple your numbers from their bedrooms. 50 Cent isn't even hating at this point. He's just reading the official scoreboard out loud. At Culture Vibe Check, Ross blaming fake streaming bots for his low sales is the most embarrassing cope in rap history. Bro, you spent 15 years telling us you were a billionaire mogul, but your own fans wouldn't even spend $10 to stream your project. The illusion is gone. At MMG_forever_real, y'all are completely blind. Ross has been in this game for 20 years without using fake streaming bots like these young kids. He owns fast food franchises, land, and real estate. Album sales don't matter when you're making millions off music rights and real estate. The controversy became so intense that veteran music executives began weighing in on major financial and music podcasts. On Power 105.1, radio hosts debated whether major music distributors would ever offer Ross a multi-million-dollar distribution deal again. A prominent A&R executive, speaking on condition of absolute anonymity, stated, "In the modern streaming era, distributors look strictly at return on investment. If you spend hundreds of thousands of dollars clearing 20 high-profile features and the project returns 19,000 units, that project is operating at a massive, catastrophic financial loss. The boss label becomes a severe liability when the product isn't selling." Meanwhile, former Maybach Music Group artists and close industry peers stayed completely silent, terrified of being caught in 50 Cent's relentless line of fire. Meek Mill avoided posting about the album entirely, while several high-profile artists who were featured on Set in Stone quietly deleted their promotional posts from their Instagram feeds as the flop narrative completely consumed the internet. With every passing hour, 50 Cent kept his foot firmly on the gas pedal, posting savage memes, resharing negative album reviews, and reminding the entire world that while talk is cheap, official Billboard numbers never lie. Just when the world believed Rick Ross couldn't possibly take another devastating hit, a final, mind-blowing twist emerged from the corporate world that threatens to destroy what remains of his business empire. Breaking reports began circulating from major corporate event organizers in Atlanta that key corporate sponsors who had previously funded Ross's annual multi-million-dollar Promised Land car and bike show are currently executing an emergency reevaluation of their sponsorship contracts for 2027. According to high-level insider leaks, corporate underwriters are citing severe brand equity devaluation following the disastrous album metrics, the empty venue footage, and the toxic, ongoing PR war with 50 Cent. If those corporate sponsors pull their funding, Ross could be facing millions of dollars in lost annual event revenue, the exact same income stream 50 Cent taunted him to rely on when he mockingly told him to promote car shows and sell chicken wings. 50 Cent, upon learning of the corporate sponsor reviews, posted one final, chilling message to his social media accounts before going quiet. "I told you years ago, when the music stops working, the whole house of cards comes tumbling down. You can't flex car shows when the sponsors realize nobody's buying the records. I didn't destroy your empire, Ricky. The truth did. Checkout time is now." Rick Ross has reportedly locked himself inside his Georgia estate with his primary legal team, business managers, and crisis PR advisors, frantically preparing an emergency corporate press statement to address the fallout. With 50 Cent holding all the momentum, venue attendance collapsing nationwide, and major corporate brand partners quietly stepping away, the ultimate question facing the entire music industry is terrifyingly simple. Is this the final, permanent end of Rick Ross's music career, or can the biggest boss somehow execute a miraculous, impossible comeback against all odds? This war is far, far from over. Leaked reports indicate that Ross's legal team is preparing to file an emergency cease and desist against several media outlets reporting on the tour downsizing, while 50 Cent has hinted that he is sitting on another vault of unreleased audio files that will expose the true financial reality behind Maybach Music Group. The next 48 hours will decide the fate of Rick Ross and Maybach Music Group forever. This has been one of the most insane, brutal, and historical commercial collapses we have ever witnessed in the history of hip-hop commentary. Now I want to hear directly from you, the realist community on YouTube. Do you think Rick Ross's music career is officially over after selling 19,000 copies, or do you believe his fake streaming bot excuse? Did 50 Cent go too far with his merciless chicken wings and car shows comments, or was he just delivering the cold, hard truth? Can Maybach Music Group survive this massive financial and cultural hit, or is the biggest boss era gone forever? Drop your wildest theories, thoughts, and predictions in the comments section down below right now. I am going to be down in the comments replying to the most intense responses all day long. If your mind was blown by this breakdown, hit that like button immediately. It helps the algorithm push this emergency video to hip-hop fans all across the globe. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell right now. We are tracking this story live as it unfolds, and the second Ross drops his emergency statement, or the moment 50 Cent releases those new audio files, we will be dropping an exclusive, emergency follow-up video that you cannot afford to miss. Thank you for watching, stay tuned, and I will see you in the very next video.